Hey everybody, today I wanted to make a video of my favorite Elvis songs. Thought it would be a cool idea because I have seen a lot of people do that on here. The only thing is I'm going to cheat because if you are a huge Elvis fan like I am, you know that it is really impossible to only pick your top 5 or 10 or even 20 Elvis songs because he had such amazing music and so many great songs. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I actually got this idea from Prince Elvis Jackson 88. Check out his channel, it's really awesome. Excuse me. But I'm going to break it down into my top 10 50s songs, my top 10 60s songs, and my top 10 70s songs. And then later on I want to make a video of my favorite soundtrack and gospel songs of his. So hopefully he doesn't watch this video and get mad that I stole his idea, but I thought it was a good idea, so I'm going to kind of borrow it. So I'm going to start with the 1950s, and I'm going to show you what album you can get the song on. So the first one I chose was All Shook Up. I absolutely love that song. It's one of his biggest hits, of course. And I have Elvis radio, of course. I have Elvis radio. And whenever it comes on, I blast it because I just love All Shook Up. And I think it really shows his vocal talent in it because it's basically just him singing and banging on the back of his guitar and like a few instruments in the background. So All Shook Up is one of my favorites. The next one I chose was Blue Suede Shoes. You can find that on this CD, and this is a great CD. So if you can, check it out. But I think that his version of Blue Suede Shoes is the ultimate version. Of course, he made it his song, and it's just a rockin' version of it, and I love it. And then my favorite Sun Session song of his is Mystery Train. I love that song. It has such a haunting feel to it. I always have loved that song. And my next one I don't have an example for because I don't remember what album it's on, but it's a song called Tell Me Why. I love that song. It's a really great song. And then Trying to Get to You, which is on his first album. A Fool Such as I. Great song. Great song. It was one of the songs that he recorded on leave before he went back into the Army so that they would have songs to release while he was in the Army. Great song. And then Ain't That Loving You Baby. He actually recorded that song during those sessions too, but fun fact about that song, they didn't release it until like 1964 or 65, which is really weird, but it's a great song. Don't, which is also on this album, and it's such a great song. I know you keep hearing me say it's a great song, but they all are such great songs. He actually asked Lieber and Stoller at the last minute to write him a love song, and they wrote it like within 20 minutes, and he recorded it, and it became a hit. So, pretty awesome. My Baby Left Me, which is also on this CD. Like I said, this is a great CD. It's got a lot of his great 1956 songs on it. And then my last one is A Big Hunk of Love. So those are my favorite 1950s songs of Elvis. And then 1960s. I absolutely love Elvis's 1960s songs. I love them. It's my favorite era of music of his. Most people I know love the 1970s and the 1950s, but I just love the 1960s. I feel like when he got out of the Army, his voice matured and got richer, and I mean, he just has so many amazing songs in the 60s. So the first one whenever somebody asks me what's your favorite Elvis song, because I can't give them like 20, I usually always go to this one because I love this song. Stuck on You, which was his first single after he got out of the Army. And then off of this album, which is my favorite Elvis album, Like a Baby, love that song, and A Mess of Blues. Great, 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 great song. And then off of this album, I Want You With Me. That song is so awesome. I always blast it when it comes on on Elvis radio. And at the end, the drum solo at the end, which I think is DJ Fontana, is amazing. And also from this album, I picked Starting Today. I love, love, love that song. And they actually redid that song on one of the Royal Philharmonic albums. I love that version too. So Starting Today. Next one. Next two are off this album. Suspicion and Something Blue. Love those two songs. And then Little Sister, classic hit, rockin' song, love it. And then of course I wanted to pick one of the songs from the 1969 sessions, because those were great sessions and so many great songs were recorded during those sessions. But my favorite is Only the Strong Survive from those sessions. You can find all of those on this box set or this album. And then the last song I picked was Fountain of Love. I love that song. It's not a very well-known song, but it's a really good song. So check that one out, Fountain of Love. And then finally, the 1970s. My first one I picked was I'll Remember You from the Aloha special. I absolutely, positively love that song. No surprise, right? The next one I picked was It's Over. You actually can find that song on the Aloha CD too, but this is a great CD. Burning Love. If you could pick it up, pick it up. But that song is so heart-wrenching, and of course Elvis does an amazing job singing it, and he just tugs at your heartstrings when he sings that song. A couple of the breakups I've gone through, I've played that song over and over again and tortured myself, but yeah, It's Over. I Got a Thing About You, Baby. Great song. And then from some of his late sessions, I picked For the Heart. Love, love, love that song. No surprise. And Girl of Mine, you can actually find that song on this album. That's not a very common song that you hear of his either, but it's a great song. Love that song. And Pledging My Love. Incidentally, that was my mom and dad's song when they were dating, who knew their daughter would become such a huge Elvis fanatic. But yeah, Pledging My Love. It's Your Baby, You Rock It from the Elvis Country CD. Early Morning Rain. Love that song. Love that song. Really love it when he does it in the last concert, 1977 concert for that TV special. So good. Love that song. Other song I picked was It's Impossible. I don't know what, I couldn't remember what album that was on, so don't have an album to show you. But it's fitting for this video because, like I said, it's impossible to pick one favorite Elvis song. And then the last one that I picked was Let Me Be There off of Live in Memphis. Great song. But yeah, I just wanted to share my favorite Elvis songs with you guys. A lot of them are not very common ones that I picked, because you know Elvis has such a big catalog of songs, and people usually always think of his hits, which I put a couple hits in there, but I just love all of Elvis's music. That's why he's the king of rock and roll. So hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Until next time.